In this video, we'll look at how to create and edit users in WP Admin, as well as look at different user roles that WordPress offers. Let's start by logging into the back end of your website by navigating to your URL/WP-admin, enter your credentials, and click Login. Now that we're in the back end of the website, on the left-hand side, click Users. From this screen, we can both add a new user and edit an existing one. First, let's look at how to add a new user. Click the button on the top left labeled Add New User. You'll see that there are only 2 required fields, but we recommend filling in at least the first and last name as well. The username and email address must be unique, meaning that you cannot have more than one user with the same username or email address. You also cannot change the username once you've created. The username can be anything you like. You should not make it anything generic like admin, as this will make you more susceptible to brute force attacks. To learn more about security, visit the security section of the Learning Library. Some common naming conventions that we use are the email address. So while you cannot have the same username or email as another user on the site, you can make it so that your username and email address are the same. Some other conventions are first initial, last name, and first name, last initial. It's 100% your choice which convention you want to go with, but we do recommend maintaining the same naming convention for all users. Moving down the page, you'll see that we can put in a website and we can also set a password. Now you have the option of just using the generated password and giving that to your user to log in with. But what we like to do is leave this user notification checked so that the user will receive an email about their new account. And from that, they'll get a link where they can reset the password that they can remember themselves. The final option is to select a role. The role you select will determine the amount of access the user has to the back end of the site. If we go to WordPress, we'll see a description of the user roles that are available. Administrator is the highest level of permission. An editor has access to all the posts, pages, comments, categories, text, and can upload media. An author can only control their own posts and media. A contributor has no publishing or uploading capability, but they can write and edit their own posts until they're published. Viewers can read and comment on posts, and subscribers are people who subscribe to your site updates. Most likely, if you're adding a user role, say for another developer or company, they'll need an administrator level access. So we'll come in here and create our user. And I'll set myself to an administrator and click Add New User. And that's all you do. They'll receive an email and they can reset their password and then go to WP Admin and reset their password. So now let's look at how to edit a user. From the same screen, if we go to any of these users, we can just click on the name. And from here, I can update their first name or last name. So for instance, if someone gets married, I can set their nickname. That's going to be the name that displays if you have authors showing on the front end on posts. I can update their email address, their website, and then if they need a new password, I can click Set New Password. So that's if they've forgotten their password or something like that. If you do it this way, then you'll need to tell them their password. Otherwise, if you go to WP Admin, if I log out and go to WP Admin, you'll see from here I can reset my password if I need to with my username or email address. So that is how you manage users. Just make sure to set your user with the correct role.